This is a presentation on action research plan made for the students of St. Xavier's Institute of Education. Although all the videos included in this presentation are not original videos, they are web resources since it is made for the students, but it can also be useful for anyone who accesses this PowerPoint. All the resources are there within this PowerPoint. Thank you. Let us look into this topic, designing an action research plan. I have divided this module into 3 parts. Module 1, meaning of action research. Module 2, meaning and need of action research plan. Module 3, steps of action research plan. Now, the first thing we need to look at is the meaning of action research. Now, we have already covered what is the meaning of action research in most of our classes. You have a video there to understand the meaning of action research. So you can click on this video and understand the meaning of action research. And we also have another video for understanding the meaning of an action research proposal. Now students, this topic is on action research plan, but it is also known as action research proposal. On the right hand side, you have already done the stages of action research: plan, act, observe, reflect. You have already done this Stephen Kemi's cycle, and you can see on your screen the 4 stages. So some of the questions are put up for you. I hope you understand the very important stage of planning. You have planning here and you have a revised plan. So you know that whatever plan you are making, it is flexible. It is amenable to changes. After understanding the meaning of action research, let us now understand the meaning and need of action research plan. So we have a number of definitions here for you on what is an action research plan or proposal. An action research plan consists of the necessary points well thought of by the researcher to focus on the research study. It also gives you ideas for a particular investigation. It mentions the details of all steps from the beginning till the end of a research study. In short, it is an outline of a scientific investigation. Can you now make your own definition of action research plan? Think and put down some points. You can note down in your books after reading the earlier slides. Some of the resources here for you for your reference. You can note it down and view these resources for further understanding. Yes, we have the action research process here on your right hand side. Look at the process very carefully. What will happen if a researcher does not have an action research plan? So why is there a need for an action research plan? Think and write your points here. You can view this video to understand the meaning of planning. Now, once you know what is the meaning of planning, you will be able to translate this understanding to an action research plan. The video is related to planning in any organization. You have already done planning in your earlier papers. Now you need to apply the principles of planning in research. So these are some of the points which tell you why an action research plan is very important, or why there is a need for an action research plan. These are some more resources for your reference. And now we come to designing an action research plan. Here we have the parts of a action research plan. We have the research problem, review of related literature, aims and objectives, research design, which has several parts, teams for action research, your research team, validation team, and consultation team, the cost, equipment, infrastructure, and schedule, ethical considerations, and challenges faced by the researcher. Students, please note that there are certain things which are added to these parts which are not there in your portion, but they are important for you, and it is an important component of the action research plan. Step 1. Research question is a very important part of your action research plan. You have the two videos here which you will be able to, where you'll be able to understand how to develop a good research question. Here there are some guidelines for the research question. Write your research problem. When you write your research question, it must not be in one line. The research question must be properly explained. The variables need to be operationalized. If there is any theory that you have referred on to make your research question, you need to write that also. Above all, justify and clarify all the necessary points in your research question. Frame the research question for the given situation. Now here you have a situation. Read the situation carefully and make a research problem for this situation. The step 2 of your research plan is the review of related literature. You have done your action research projects and you're aware of the importance of review of related literature. However, you can view the above videos to educate yourself on review. When you write review of related literature in your plan, you need to write all the studies which are related in your area. Think, why do you need a review of related literature? The review should always conclude with a need of the study. Why do you need to conduct the study you have selected? You have to write proper justification with reference to the review of related literature. Why such a study is required? You may have come across several studies related to your study, but now, why do you need to still conduct your study? This could be followed by a brief significance of the study. Whom will the study benefit? Now, this is an example of your review of related literature. Now, remember, when you write your review of related literature, you need to write the name of the study, the year and the name of the researcher, objectives, hypothesis, methodology, sample, tools, analysis procedures, and okay. So now these are the additional references. Okay, now next is the aims and objectives. You have the aim and you have the objectives. A research aim expresses the intention or an aspiration of the research study It summarizes in a single sentence what you hope to achieve at the end of a research project. Your aim should be specific and phrased in such a way that it is possible to identify when it has been achieved. Your aims answer the questions, what are you doing? And the objectives answer the question, how are you doing it? So your objectives refer to the goals or steps that you will take to achieve your aims. So you can view these videos and understand the difference between aims and objectives. This is an example for you showing a study, the objective and the research questions that have emerged from the objectives. So you already have gone through an example. Now select a topic and write the aims, objectives and research questions for the selected topic.